biggest thing, quite frankly, is just putting the customer at the center of everything. Okay. Start to focus on what technologies we need to get. How do we make that work together? And we start to get away from how do we put the customer at the center and make this an experience that works for them. Invoca is a call intelligence company, and we basically connect phone calls the way that Google Analytics or Adobe Analytics connects your clicks. So once a customer comes to your website, and typically they would go through your website and get to an application, that's the same thing we do. If they drop off that application and instead make that phone call, we follow that customer through, all the way through that phone call, all the way to completion, so that we can then give you that data. So not only things like call duration, where that phone call came from, i.e. channel, so was it a paid search click, was it a banner ad, was it natural search, what page they came from, but also things like what keywords were they using, did they come through a paid search ad, and then they were telling you things like, yes, I'm interested in a mortgage, I'm new to the area, I haven't picked a lender yet, I don't even have a checking account set up here in the state, I need some help. Then you can use that information to help retarget that customer and help use that information and those analytics to really cross-sell that customer in a much more rich way. It basically uses those same kind of analytic data points that you would use with clicks, and uses that more holistic data point. So it enables you to use that not only for, say, cross-sell opportunity, but also in your optimization. Most of the time, actually all the time, unless you're using a platform like Invoca, you're missing out on your optimization. You're only optimizing for your paid search keywords that you're getting through clicks in Google AdWords and Bing and other, and possibly Yahoo, but you're missing all those rich phone calls, and you're not able to discern which are quality calls and which are not quality calls for you. I actually came to Invoca because I used to work at SunTrust, and one of the great things we did, I thought we started looking at new vendors for paid search, and they were like, what are you doing with all these phone calls, especially for mortgage? We had a huge number of phone calls that were driving to mortgage, and we knew they were going to the mortgage. We had unique phone numbers for each landing page, but I didn't know which were sales, which ones were service, and that was kind of the basic use case. Let's figure out which ones are sales and which ones are service first. And then once we learned which ones were sales and which ones were service, we started to look at which ones are coming from which keywords. And once we got that, we were like, okay, which ones are quality calls and which ones aren't quality calls? And we started with just looking at which ones are getting us applications and which ones are not. And once you can kind of get those metrics, and then you look at, do you want to look at booked loans? Which keywords are getting us booked loans, which ones are not? And adding that to your mix, the same way you would if you were looking at paid clicks coming through your website. So the same way you want to optimize that, you would want to optimize your phone calls. So one of the things that we're working on right now is refining our Signal product and working with everybody's working with artificial intelligence today. So it's a big word, and everybody's kind of like, what is that? But we're using it in a way, especially with financial institutions today, to look at a refined set of keywords, say for mortgage, and be able to kind of say, okay, this indicates a closed loan, and start to really learn about and compound on those keywords that we're listening for that say, okay, these indicate certain things within a call that this is happening. These are outcomes that are happening. So that's one of the things that we're really starting to look at more into. We work with IBM Watson on that to really make sure we're getting those outcomes in more real time back to our customers, so they can really understand what's going on in the call and get those insights back into the tool, so that then they can use it for segmentation and personalization in their other marketing tactics.